want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. I know I speak for all of us on the call when I say we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to learn with us today. My name is Leslie Jaffrey. I am the Vendor Business Manager for the PC portfolio at D&H. I am joined today by Lisa McWilliams, a Senior Account Manager with Lenovo, Kelsey Corkel, who is a Product Marketing Specialist with Lenovo, and Justin Arcond, who is a Device Partner Master Trainer. Today, we are going to dive into the risks and rewards associated with the upcoming Windows 10 end of service that we know about, and we'll give you a roadmap for how to have effective conversations with your end users on that topic. Lisa will also showcase the latest advances in Lenovo's product portfolio, and Kelsey will demonstrate how to use Lenovo's 360 Marketing Builder to easily create content, relevant content, that you can then use across your various marketing platforms. I'd like to remind everyone on the call that we have a Q&A available, so if you have any questions at any time, please go ahead and pop them in. We will get to them as we are able, but I can assure you that you will receive an answer. Before we move to the speakers, I want to touch on just a couple of points about D&H. Not everyone realizes that D&H offers a host of services. We don't just push boxes. Our goal as the SMB distributor is to be an extension of your team. We understand that you don't have the luxury of having SMEs for every topic, and that every member of your team probably has a very broad scope of responsibilities. So we want to help you. A few of the ways we can help you: we can accelerate your device refresh. 3 things there. We can provide data on refresh targets based on 3 or 4 year ago sales out. We have Lenovo specific sales specialists available that can help you with comparable builds, compatible configurations. They can help you create DRs and lean into which devices might be on promo or best suited for your needs. We can even co-create and co-run call-out campaigns for you to access those targets. We have resources available around AI readiness, evaluation services, and demo units. We can help you navigate the wonderful world of promos, incentives, both at the vendor level and at D&H. Again, D&H is the SMB distributor. So we have loyalty programs available that don't require you to sell millions of dollars before we care about you. And we have digital marketing services that you can leverage as well. Finally, just because we have a new pro services center within our warehouse in West Mississauga, and the piece of this that I want to draw attention to is we offer asset tagging, kitting services, autopilot, and we can also do 3PL. So if you have an end user that has a staged rollout across any amount of time, we can help you within our 3PL warehouse. Any questions on that? My contact information will be available, but now I'd like to turn it over to the stars of the show. Justin is going to start us off.
That, and a huge thank you to Lenovo and D&H to give you all the best ins and outs of Windows 11 and everything that has to do with Windows 10 and the service. And you know what? We'll just jump right in, because today you're going to discover how to generate excitement around Windows 11 Pro device. We're going to explore key selling points tailored to different customer needs, helping you craft compelling conversations that drive successful sales. That's my goal today. Okay. Now, as a trusted technology advisor, you play an important role in helping businesses understand what Windows 10 end of support, or EOS, means for them. Okay, with the support for Windows 10 ending on October 14, 2025. Now is the time to start planning for the future. Because when Windows 10 reaches end of support, Microsoft will just stop providing security updates. That means devices will be at risk from new security threats that could lead to costly and potentially dangerous data breaches. But we know that innovation keeps businesses competitive. Upgrading to Windows 11 Pro, it helps companies stay ahead by giving employees powerful new tools and AI features to work smarter and faster, both now and in the future. Now, some want to keep using Windows 10. We get it. But older devices can be expensive to fix and maintain. That's if you can even find the parts for them, right, going forward. Security risks and lost productivity, that can also cost businesses more in the long run. But here's the fun part. I'm sure we can provide this in the either in the Q&A somewhere, but there is a calculator out there, a Windows 10 end of service calculator that can help customers see, how the upgrade to Windows 11 is a smart investment. Really shows you the ROI. Okay. Now, upgrading sooner is better, sooner than later, because moving to Windows 11 Pro before the Windows 10 end of support in October, it gives businesses more time to make the switch smoothly and more streamlined too. When I think of last minute issues, I'm thinking supply, right? First and foremost, getting the devices they want now rather than the ones they don't want later on down the road. Okay. And lastly, with Windows 11 Pro, businesses just step into the future. It's their time, and they can leverage AI to streamline tasks, boost productivity, and strengthen security. It's not just about upgrading. It's about unlocking new possibilities. Because through research, we've identified 3 key customer situations that drive Windows 11 device upgrades. Yeah, let's take a look at these scenarios and do the same thing for yourself. Identify which situation fits those customers best and use the right messaging to guide them in the right direction. Number 1, we have customer Windows 10 devices. Okay, these businesses, they rely heavily on Windows 10. With end of support coming this October, they need to act fast to avoid security risks. Okay, focus on the urgent need to upgrade and highlight the security, the productivity, and more importantly, the performance benefits of moving to Windows 11 Pro. Then we have our customers, number 2, customers adopting Windows 11 already, but they're ready for new devices as well because they've already started moving to Windows 11, but probably have some devices that are still outdated. The news is that they're motivated and they're open to updates. So use Windows 11 Pro's key benefits to encourage a full device refresh, including Copilot Plus PCs for the ultimate performance. And that leads us to number 3, customers with strong Windows 11 adoption and interest in AI. These businesses, they're advanced users of Windows 11 already, and they're really interested in streamlining their business through AI. Some probably don't understand what it can mean for them, but they're the ideal customer for Copilot Plus PCs, especially if they already use some AI tools or custom apps. But you can use that Copilot Plus PC messaging alone or combine it with Windows 11 messaging. This approach is key because it also works with Mac Compete. Okay, but by understanding these customer situations, you can provide the right solution and help businesses make the best decision for themselves. Now, with Windows 10 support, time to guide those customers towards that best solution. Help them understand why upgrading sooner is the smart move. The risk of staying on an unsupported system, like security vulnerabilities, costly downtime, lost productivity, it far outweighs the effort of making the switch. Security, we understand, top concern. Once support ends, businesses won't receive those critical security updates anymore. It's going to leave them exposed to cyber threats. This could lead to data breaches, operational disruptions, reputational damage. Beyond security, upgrading means access to cutting edge features that enhance productivity. It streamlines workflows and it improves employee satisfaction. We want people to love using these devices. So why wait for outdated technology to slow them down? A proactive upgrade ensures a smooth transition with immediate benefits like better performance, stronger security, and the latest innovations. With Windows 11, customers also gain the advantage, reinforcing security at every level. Now, for customers less affected by the Windows 10 end of support deadline, focus on how Windows 11 Pro devices are built for productivity. Customers can optimize their business environment with secure core PC protection and automated processes for, let's call it, seamless deployment and management. Research really shows that our audience responds really well to PCs that are built for business, highlighting benefits like enhanced IT control, complete solution stacks, and app compatibility to engage their business is the best way to go. This core messaging, it applies to all Windows 11 Pro devices, including those NPU-powered Copilot Plus PCs, which offer AI-driven solutions tailored to unique business needs. Because upgrading to Windows 11 Pro means more. It's also about unlocking advanced security for business success. Now, customers, they can stay secure and up to speed with new Windows 11 Pro PCs. These devices come with multiple layers of security, and they're all enabled by default, along with AI enhanced efficiency that simplifies data protection. Okay, designed for fast and easy deployment. They're fully compatible with mission-critical business applications. It makes Windows 11 Pro PCs that solid foundation for future innovation. But more importantly, they can protect their security updates and solid hardware-based defenses, leading to a reported 58% drop in security incidents. Come on, that's more than half. That's got to be worth something, right? Enforcing security policies across all your endpoints, right? PCs, applications, AI tools. It's never been simpler. Okay. Businesses can strengthen their defense against cyber threats with advanced credential protection, including biometric authentication through Windows Hello for Business, right? It gives you that greater peace of mind. I sign into my computer with my fingerprint. No one else can do it. Then we got critical business and personal data. I can tell you, it remains secure from chip to cloud, from the hardware right up to the powerful hardware-backed security, enhanced privacy settings, and detailed IT controls. And then, of course, with Windows 11, your customers gain the advantage of that zero trust operating system. It's right out of the box. It means the moment you open the box, turn on the computer, it's secured. Okay, it's got built-in protections like hardware-based security, secure boot, virtualization-based security, Windows Hello, Microsoft Defender, and conditional access with all these safeguards. Okay, and strong security is just the beginning. Now that we have threats under control on what really matters, and get more done. Windows 11 not only protects data, but also streamlines workflows with AI-powered tools and productivity enhancements that drive efficiency at every level. Windows 11 Pro makes processes more efficient, helping your customers get more done throughout the day. In fact, workflows are reported 50% faster on average compared to Windows 10 devices. Customers can speed up everyday tasks with AI assistance in familiar apps, including drafting new content, summarizing long documents, or analyzing complex. And whether they're on a team or they're working alone, it's easy to stay in the flow anywhere with smarter meetings and features to get organized in a snap. Hi, thank you for all that. I love it. Um, but it's important to find the right content at the right time, right? It's more intuitive now with personalized experiences that let users search for files in their own words or automatically bring to the surface the most relevant information. We're all about inclusivity. Inclusive AI enhanced experiences also ensure that everyone is empowered to make a bigger impact with tools to help improve focus and make work just more accessible. Okay. With smarter tools and AI driven productivity features, streamlining workflows, employees can work more independently. And I'll tell you an audience that's really excited about this: IT. This reduces the need for IT support and it cuts down on help desk calls. Device deployment is simpler than ever for both IT and employees now because built-in security and easy to use self-service tools empower employees to handle their own needs. And that resulted in an 80% drop in help desk calls. It's going to save IT really valuable time. You know, if you can save IT an hour a day not having to deal with password resets, they're happy campers and they can focus on doing better things to protect the business of their AI strategy. Customers can scale seamlessly from local to global, can enhance their security and unlock new possibilities. These devices, they just drive efficiency with automated workflows and AI powered experiences through Copilot Studio and the Windows Copilot runtime. Basically, build your own AI tools with your own rules. And employees can get started smoothly with smooth onboarding, with automated processes, for example, and effortless deployment. When I say is to get up and running, you open the box, you sign in, and you're good to go, basically. Plus, thumbs up to simplicity. I love it. But Windows 11 Pro PCs, okay, they integrate effortlessly with existing apps, with displays, accessories, peripherals, so that businesses can just keep using the tools that they already know and trust. Right? And we know that with fewer IT interruptions, employees can stay focused on and get more done. And with the speed and performance of Windows 11, they can work even faster and more efficiently. These new Windows 11 Pro devices, they keep up with the speed of work, helping employees save time and accomplish more. On average, users completed demanding tasks 42% faster than on Windows 10. Employees can work efficiently from anywhere with fast, flexible, stylish devices. Just ask Lenovo, built for AI with an integrated NPU. Neural processing, we'll talk about that in just a sec. And there's a Windows 11 PC for every preference and every work style. We have sleek 2-in-1s to powerful Copilot Plus PCs, all designed to work seamlessly with most apps and accessories. Sustainable work styles with all-day battery and smart updates to help lower emissions and save energy. Who wouldn't want that? But before we dive into AI on these Windows 11 Pro PCs, let's just go over some terms, okay? We're back to tech school here. Here we go. First up, we got CPU, Central Processing Unit. We know it's the brain of the PC. It handles your basic operations from what you do, okay? Software operations. Then we got the GPU, Graphics Processing Unit. They're designed to render images and video, or if you're like me, in games. Now, the star of the show, the NPU. NPU is the Neural Processing Unit. Okay, it's a specialized local AI computations. In other words, with an NPU, you can take advantage of AI features without accessing the cloud. And more importantly, without taxing the CPU or the GPU. Well, can't the CPU and the GPU do AI by itself? They can, but it's not their main function. If you give AI workloads to the CPU and the GPU, they'll do them, but they won't do them as efficiently, and they're going to do it at a cost of performance and just absolutely destroy your battery life. So that's why the NPU came about. It takes the AI load away from the CPU, GPU, so they can do what they do best. Another term you might hear is TOPS. TOPS is trillions of operations per second. This is how NPU throughput is measured. It just goes to show how powerful it can be. Okay? Yeah, I love the reactions. Keep them coming. But hey, there's every work style and every business need. Because customers have a choice. They have their choice of AI experiences with Windows 11 Pro devices. Basic Windows devices have access to Copilot, which uses the cloud to process any AI. Second up, we have devices that are equipped with NPUs capable of speeds of up to 40 TOPS, 40 trillions of operations per second. These PCs offer some local AI capabilities. Some, not all. But they're very, very capable of giving you a solid experience. But they also come with a Copilot key right on the keyboard. So you know it's an AI PC just by looking at it. Press that key, Copilot is that. And then finally, we have our Copilot Plus PCs. These PCs have the NPU that's capable of a minimum of 40 TOPS. And they can power incredible AI experiences. They're really, truly the fastest, most intelligent Windows PCs ever. And let me give you an idea of the kind of innovation I'm talking about. Let me see if we can all spark creativity and take business innovation to new levels with Copilot Plus PCs that have those 40 plus TOPS. They're going to give you those unique AI experiences and most advanced Windows security. It'll safeguard all your most sensitive data. Okay. But with these Copilot Plus PCs, your customers are empowered to first accelerate success with an NPU that's twice as fast as compared to MacBook Air and MacBook Pro. Experience with smooth performance and richer AI. You can uncover new opportunities, create compelling content, solve problems faster anywhere with unique AI experiences and all-day battery life. You can shield business information and privacy using that secure core PC protection, Microsoft Pluton, and granular IT controls across data, apps, and AI. And then, of course, you can enable real-time assistance with automate tasks by integrating AI into apps with Windows Copilot runtime. So turn Copilot into your best friend. And it's not just a tagline, it's the truth. Copilot Plus PCs are the fastest, most intelligent Windows PCs ever. Okay, they're up to 5 times faster than the most widely used 5-year-old Windows PCs. For customers that are, let's say, hesitant to upgrade, believing their current devices are good enough, the speed and performance of these new PCs will be a game changer. Imagine the possibilities with 5 times the power. I know I can. But beyond speed, Copilot Plus PCs bring cutting-edge AI experiences right out of the box. And with all that powerful, with that all-powerful NPU, right? Many of these AI features work seamlessly, even sometimes without an internet connection. Some of the features are amazing. You don't even have to reach into the cloud for them. And then with Windows 11 Pro, these devices, they're built for modern work. They offer seamless integration with existing tools, enhanced manageability, and intelligent optimizations that helps keep users focused and efficient. I mean, it's no surprise that AI is transforming the way we do this. And it does it by igniting creativity and freeing up time for more impactful, more fulfilling work. You know how AI can enhance the productivity. That's why it's essential to clearly communicate what makes AI and Copilot Plus PC so impactful by using simple, like the speed, the intelligence, the advanced capabilities that set Copilot Plus PCs apart as the most powerful PCs yet. I love all the reactions. Fantastic. But hey, remind stakeholders that these devices offer built-in security with zero trust enablement and secure core PC protection, but tailor Copilot Plus PC messaging to customers who are already embracing Windows 11 and considering a device refresh, as well as those eager to, let's say, leverage AI for greater efficiency. Now, Windows 11 devices, they stand out as the best choice compared to competitors. They come in a variety of form factors. They allow businesses to choose the employee's needs. Whoops. There we go. This autofills. There we go. We have touchscreen enabled laptop, 2-in-1 devices. Employees can work just naturally with pen, voice, and touch. Many ways to interact. But these beautifully designed devices, functionality of a laptop. And we know that Windows 11 is built with advanced security features like hardware-based isolation, encryption, and malware protection to safeguard their data no matter where their employees choose to work. And to stay competitive, here's a fun number. Companies need reliable access to activity and security apps. Very happy to report Windows 11 supports a 99.7% app compatibility rate. And that ensures smooth performance and reduces complex IT management. It's awesome. Because let me put it this way. Windows 11 was built on the solid foundation of Windows 10. Work on 11. Now, if, let's say, a business has an app that falls into that 0.3% of non-compatibility, we have a whole dedicated team to work with that business to get that app functional. It's called App Assure, and it's fantastic. Those 0.3% of apps just means we haven't seen them yet. Now, by now, in these 20-ish minutes, you should feel more confident in positioning Windows 11 Pro with your customers using, what we've discussed. Start by identifying their specific needs, then tailor your messaging to highlight how Windows 11 Pro meets those requirements and drives business success. Once you've established a connection and understand their objectives, guide the conversation towards how Windows 11 Pro can deliver real value to their business. Emphasize the importance of upgrading outdated devices, not just for security enhancements, but also to unlock AI-driven innovations. Look for opportunities to cross-sell and upsell Microsoft products that complement Windows 11 Pro, like Copilot for Microsoft 365. Never hurts. And finally, always lead with confidence. Windows 11 Pro delivers real innovation. It helps businesses stay secure, productive, and ready for the future. Thank you guys, everybody, for your time and attention today. I hope you found this session valuable. I really hope that you're ready to put these insights into action. If you have any questions, put them in the Q&A. But in the meantime, let's go make a difference together. And I'm happy to announce, I believe Lisa is up next.
Yep. Thanks so much.
Fantastic. Take it away, Lisa.
Thank you, Justin. That was fantastic. So hopefully everybody can see my slides. I can see them in the view, so hopefully you can as well. It's a pleasure to be back. I see a lot of familiar faces. So to my usual group of miscreants, I miss you, and I'm very happy that we can be here together. So the point of Justin being on today was to help look at this from the Microsoft perspective, obviously. From the Lenovo side of the house, I want to remind you that messaging of the why, buy now. Customers, and you guys know this, customers are holding off on their purchases. They're evaluating different choices. I love the smiley faces. A lot of our customers right now are waiting for sort of that big wave, and it's going to come. There are a couple of key points to remember, though, that there's always going to be something better that's coming in the future. And sorry, it's just a bit distracting there, so I'm just going to cover that up. Okay. Something better is always going to come in the future, but you have to stop and think, why wait now? Or why wait forever, rather? Because things are not getting cheaper. Hello, our current economic situation, I never thought I'd see the day. And it's going to get a lot more complicated next year. Additional productivity, security, and improved collaboration for your users is paramount based off what we just heard from Justin. And buy the best tech now that you can get today to take advantage of the improvements that we saw in some of the devices. Currently, for example, our T14 and T16 and L14 and L16s are a great get now solution. It's great for future proofing. They have the AI tops. They have the AI MPUs and the tops. They have dual DIMM slots to help you upgrade memory in the future. So if you also didn't hear that messaging driven home, if you missed the date, Microsoft will charge you for extended security updates. So rather than spend the money on that, spend the money on getting the newer and better tech. I'm going to go ahead and for a lot of you that are on the call, this is a simple refresher, but for anybody new, first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And just a really quick outline of how Lenovo's commercial notebook portfolio lines up. And maybe you can see places of interest here that you might want to reach out to your D&H rep to talk further about. So starting from the far left, the Lenovo V series, that's our Velocity series. Those are designed to be the quick and dirty and get them out the doors. We then have our ThinkBook devices. Those are more of a prosumer play. You'll notice that they're all silver. That really helps to kind of put them out in the hands of people who are used to being road warriors on the go, long, all-day battery life for seamless computing across the board, and great connectivity as they need to jump in and do things with, for example, our travel dock, to be able to plug and go and throw it in a knapsack and be back out the door to their next meeting. In the sort of peach section there, we have our P series. This is our mobile workstation devices. That's for your users who are going to be doing things like AutoCAD, rendering, think oil and gas, media and entertainment. By the way, if you have kids, DreamWorks loves using our devices. So if you haven't seen a DreamWorks movie, number one, can I offload my kids to you and you can go and see some with them? But secondly, you'll know that powering a lot of DreamWorks films is Lenovo, both on our Neptune cooling as well as on our devices for our, they use actually our P920 workstation devices. In the center, I'm going to start down here at the bottom, the E16. E16 is our entry-level model devices. They don't have the tons of bells and whistles in terms of thin, light, aluminum, carbon fiber, any of that kind of stuff, but they are a fantastic play. When you stop and think about your customer locations, think about personas and use cases. For me, the benefit when I worked with a lot of the partners that are on as their CAM, the E-Series really finds its niche in the portfolio of being one of the devices, by the way, that still has the numeric keypad. So if you've got an office user, an office admin, or accounting, the E-Series with the built-in numeric keypad in the 16-inch real estate is a fantastic device. The E series is entry level. Our L series is starting to make a bit more noise. I'm actually going to come back to that and not spend some time here. For, again, anyone new, T series, that is our mainstream bread and butter. So when we acquired, when Lenovo launched out on its own away from IBM many years ago, the first flagship model that we came out with was the T. Our X series is where we start to get into the executive level grade devices. So we have X13s, which are our ultra portables. And then we have our X1 series, where you will notice that we have our X1 Carbon. And I have a few more slides to talk about that in a minute. Our X1 Fold, incredibly niche product. It's foldable glass. I wish I could show you. I have a similar in my phone because our partnership with Motorola. So I have a foldable cell phone. So it's the idea of bendable glass. And then we have Z series devices for anyone who has a ESG or sustainability practice. Another view, hopefully that you guys can all see, is how this aligns across the portfolio if you stop and look at it from a screen size view. So on the far left, we have our 16-inch devices, starting with the performance, moving across to the mobilities. In the center, we have the 14-inch and 13-inch devices. We have our convertibles with a 360 hinge, and then we have foldable or detachables. Now, for any of my usual people, you might not have actually been made aware of this. For anybody who's net new, I'm going to take just a brief second to say, we used to name some of our devices, for example, the L13 Yoga. You'll notice here it actually says L13 2-in-1. Yoga, we graciously, ever so graciously gave back to our consumer team. So now on the commercial side of our business, where you see 2-in-1, you will see that is the yoga device, meaning it has a 360 hinge that can turn all the way around, but we no longer call it yoga. So just wanted to call that out. That's why that slide's there. And a last bit of a look here to see how our V series and our ThinkBooks line up, because they all speak very well. Lenovo's saying is that we are pant pocket to the cloud. We have a device which echoes what Justin was saying. We have a device for absolutely every persona that you can identify. When we look at our mobile workstation, talk to your CAMs, by the way, about these step-up slides. That's what they're called, or they might be called sell-up slides. But if you find them of interest, certainly something to work with your CAMs on. You can see down here the entry price point on the P14Ss and P16Ss. Just a call out here, S stands for slim. You've got your P14 and P16s that move up with introducing discrete graphics GPUs. That's where you start to get more of those media and entertainment or graphics heavy, but also to touch back on what Justin mentioned, that's where you're going to start seeing the place for the need for AI. You've got your mainstream right in the center with our V series, our P1 Gen 7, which is our premium mobility AI solution device, and then our max performance with our P16. I'm still going across. Hopefully everything is good. When we stop and look at our convertible, or what's sometimes referred to as our hybrid positioning, L13 2-in-1, no longer called the Yoga, is a flexible for any business alternative, all the way up to our X12 detachable. A great thing about this is when it was first introduced into market years ago, we referred to it as our surface killer, and it still maintains that for us now. It comes standard with the pen and the keyboard, so it's not additional add-ons that you would have to get, which is a differentiator between other brands and ours. When we look at our 13-inch positioning, we have our L13 moving into our Z13, which I mentioned is a great sustainability practice that has all recycled components, all recycled aluminum and components. And then we have our X13. This device is an ultra portable performance, and I could fangirl out on this. It's not, there's no weight to that device. It is absolutely breathtaking. And then lastly, when we look at our last two slides here, our 14 and 16 inch, and I will promise I was going to jump back to something I didn't mention. So the next slide is where that will kick in. Starting from the bottom, E14, we go all the way across to our X1 Carbon, which is the perfect business notebook. I desperately miss my X1 Carbon that I used to have. And new for now, when we look at the 16-inch offering, there is a new L16 Gen 1 focus model that has been added into that the distributors are going to be ordering shortly. The L16 is designed to compete with the lower-end HP ProBook and Dell Pro, formerly known as Latitude 3000. There are some significant differences in the upgradability as well here, as well as on the materials and the components used. So the L16 Gen 1 has one drive of up to 2 terabytes for both support and storage. That's different than the E series, which can have up to 2. The audio chip is a high-def audio codec. It's less than on the traditional E16s. The speakers are Adobe Audio, not an Atmos by Harman. And the camera is only a 720p HD camera with a privacy shutter. But the absolute big takeaway for you guys when looking at the new L16s that have been brought into the focus model space, there is no fingerprint reader and also no blue light certs for it with our Rhineland certification. However, it is a fantastic device. Actually, a lot of the government has been buying our L16s for the price point, and you will find a lot of really great options coming into Disty. 2 English and 2 French. So bonjour to tout le monde pour mes amis à Quebec. We got you covered, and we have 2 French devices coming your way. Very last, because I want to save some time for Kelsey, I just want to bring up, if you haven't already heard about Lenovo Aura Edition. So to touch back to some of the things that Justin was talking about with Windows 11, the performance and the new and the experiences of what you're getting with that from a user experience, as well as from that sort of AI personality development that's coming out. We've revolutionized the digital experience with a brand new Lenovo and Intel only cutting edge collaboration. So you are meant to elevate every interaction from your moment of discovery to the final click of purchase and far beyond with our Aura Edition devices. This isn't an upgrade, it's a pinnacle of performance and user engagement, and it's the next level of AI computing. So Aura is going to be available as an exclusive Intel Lenovo on a select number of consumer Slim 7i for anybody who has a consumer practice, and on 2 currently ThinkPad devices. So you'll notice the picture there of the X1 Carbon Gen 13, and if you haven't already heard of it from your cams, our X9 device. So again, with this, you've got your upgraded, elevated user experience with hero experiences, which you can see there in the center of the screen, and I'll dive into some of those. But why the X9? So the X1 and X9 are on the same tier because both are considered our Halo or premium offerings. They both have enterprise manageability, security, support, and mil-spec testing. But they are on different ends of the design spectrum. So our X1 Carbon, the target users there are those who prefer that classic design of ThinkPad. So think about sort of that black, traditional black corporate, and the big one, the red nub. So those are still going to be found on our X13, our X1 Carbon Gen 13. And then the key competitors for something like that are our EliteBook, our Latitude, and the design is intended to attract larger accounts, but we will still sell in large quantity to SMBs and prosumers. So don't forget the prosumers are starting to make more and more waves in the market. The X9, those are the target users who prefer the silver, gray, and metal design. The key competitors here, think your MacBook Airs, your XPSs, your Elites, and your Surfaces. It's designed to attract SMB prosumers. And again, we're anticipating selling a large quantity into these large accounts. There's going to be 2 flavors of the X9, a 14 and a 15-inch design. They're super thin. 1 HDMI port. On the 15-inch, there's a USB-A as well. They'll have that silver aluminum look, a huge touchpad. That's that haptic pad that you've seen on some of our other devices, but there is no track point. So if you are a diehard Lenovo ThinkPad red nub user, you and I can grab a drink together one day and pour one out for our homie, because this device doesn't have it. So it's more of the ThinkBook with the silver is more of the entry price point. So this X9 is going to be different than that. Also, another reason for this was we were missing a 15-inch thin in our portfolio. So that's why we've introduced that. If you remember to some of my slides earlier, you'll notice that we had 16 and 14-inch. So there wasn't actually a 15-inch thin device in there. Great battery life with Lunar Lake on this, and some sustainability messaging on here as well. Thanks for some of the smiles. I don't know if those O faces were delayed because the red nub is gone, but let's hope that they are. When it comes to launching the smart mode, so they are actually turned off when you get them, but there are 3 to use. It's kind of like that hotkey F8 to launch them. Great uses for AI tech and can be used to adjust for the environment that you are in. Sorry, just a lag there. There's modes that dictate the PC experience. So there's going to be shield for creeping, which is still a prevalent thing that happens when people are working in hoteling areas or coffee shops and things like that. You're going to actually have an attention feature for focus and do not disturb mode. There's that wellness feature, which clearly I need to do a better job of, which is that get up and postural fix. And then the echo, so Teams calls to help with collaboration. I think I just said it a minute before, I might not have. These all come standard in the off mode when you get the device with Aura, so you do need to turn it on. So just before calling in any support, make sure that you have it turned on. When we look at the Smart Share, there was a lot of feedback from Apple users on what a multi-device experience would look like and feel like. So things like answering text messages on your laptop rather than on a phone. With this, Intel uses Unison, but Aura brings that updated experience. So you can tap your phone, Android or iOS. Great one for us here. For photo sharing, for example, between the other devices. And by the way, Dell and HP don't have a feature like that. Lastly, self-service. So you get a great elevated experience for users who have issues or concerns. So think about this as a very unique sort of PC support with various levels of support that you would get, so that white glove service. I'm going to then say thank you very much for my side of the slides, and over to you, Kelsey, to let us know where we can find assets to assist in our Windows 11 messaging through co-branding for our partners on this call. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and hopefully you can see it. But just to introduce myself, my name is Kelsey Corkel. I'm on the North America channel marketing team at Lenovo. And I'm going to talk to you today about Marketing Builder. If you're not aware, it's our marketing automation platform that allows partners to come in and automatically co-brand our through partner marketing assets. So you can, I saw a comment in the chat saying they want like, you know, ready-made marketing materials. This is where you can find it. So I'm going to go over our That's an 11 campaign, which is a campaign to help drive more upgrades to Windows 11, obviously, and modern Lenovo devices. So I'm hoping everyone can see my screen right now, but to log into Marketing Builder, you first have to log into Lenovo Partner Hub. And then from there, you can see the marketing tab at the top. And that's where you can click on Marketing Builder, and then it'll bring you to the main dashboard. So right now I'm under this Campaigns in a Box tab. So that's where you can find this That's an 11 campaign. But you can also, if you're not interested in a full campaign, we have these other tabs to send one-off emails, post to social, and then also view assets. But to start things off with the That's an 11 campaign, there is an email component. So you can come in here, import your contacts into the tool, because with the marketing automation, there is a lead scoring component to it. So if you import leads into the platform, then you can send those emails out through the platform and then track the success of the campaign. And I will say, Lenovo has no visibility into this, so it's completely private. And then to set up the campaign, that's your second step here. So all you have to do is customize, come in here, and it's a series of 3 great Windows 11 emails. And I'll go to the editor mode right here. So you'll see this is really like a set it and forget it. So you can come in and see the 3 different emails that we have available. It's all done for you. These links are already like set up for you. You don't have to add anything, but if you would like to add something at the bottom, you can. But you'll notice everything from your Lenovo Partner Hub account is pulled in to this. So as long as you have your logo within your Lenovo Partner Hub account and all your information is correct, then that's going to automatically show up at the bottom for you. So it makes it super easy. If you would like to edit anything, you can just double click here, and maybe you want to do a different sign off, or say you want to schedule a call, you just backspace here and then be able to do that. And then you'll see on the left-hand side here, this is where the delay comes in. So if you want the first email to go out and then 7 days later for the next email to go out and so on, you can control that right here. So you'll see there are, like I mentioned, 3 different emails that you come in and edit, and then you can come into the delay right here and control the timing of it. So if you want the first email to go out and a week later, the second one, you can have that set up. Or if you would like to do it maybe on a 14-day basis, you can come in here and save that. So, but that's the pretty much setting the email up, and then you can send it out to a full contact list. So as long as you have a contact list within the platform, you can send this email out. And then you can also, if you just have individual contacts that you want to add to this email drip, you can do that as well. And then next I'll show you, the great part is there's also social aspects. So with Marketing Builder, you can link your Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter or X to the platform and then post out through it. And all these social media assets are already the copy's already written for you. You really don't have to do anything at all, not much heavy lifting here. But you'll notice for the Windows 11 social drip, there's 3 posts that go along with it, and you can control the timing just like with an email drip, the posting time in between. So if you want one post to post and then the next day the next post and so on, you can keep it at every day, or you can do it every other day, every week, and so on. And then this is just for if you had a different social drip with maybe like 5 posts in it, you can unclick Saturday and Sunday so you don't post on the weekend, obviously. But to see any of the posts, you can just click in here, and you'll notice the copy is already written for you. It links to a YouTube video that goes along with their That's an 11 campaign. But if you would like to add a link to your website instead, you can come in here and do that. And a great feature also is you can preview what it's going to look like on the site, and it's going to have your co-branding at the top there. And you can see what it looks like on your Facebook, LinkedIn, X, and then a blog post as well. And then to go through each of the social posts, you can just click this arrow right here. It's the same thing. You can change any of the copy and then so on. And then I'll also show you, so Marketing Builder, it doesn't have to be used the same way. If you don't want to import a lead list into the tool, that's completely fine. You can come in here and download any of these 3 emails that I just showed you within the email drip. So you can come in here, download the HTML, and then utilize it on a different platform if you so desire. And then there's also just different assets that you can download from this campaign. We have flyers, infographics, presentations, and you'll see that they're all automatically co-branded for you. So you can come in here, download it as a high-res, low-res PDF. You can also copy this link right here and utilize it on a different website. Or if you did that social post and you wanted to link directly to this flyer, you could copy that. And then when the customer clicks on it, it's going to have all your information. And then it has your information at the bottom as well, you'll see here. So it's already done for you, makes it super easy. And you can just come in and kind of grab everything that you're looking for that go along with Windows 11, because we also have infographics, presentations, and then different banner images. So that's pretty much everything with the That's an 11 campaign. I will say we have other campaigns in a box that I won't go through today, but we have a Copilot PC campaign. We have coming an X9 Aura campaign in a box that I'm really excited about. So make sure you check back. And you can always reach out to me if you have any questions about Marketing Builder. I'm happy to do any demos with you. But you'll see here, this is the Campaign in a Box main page. And this is where you can see all the different campaigns that we have available to you. So you can come in and download anything. And I will say we have a new Campaign in a Box every month to 2 months. So make sure you're checking back regularly. But that's all I have for today. And I think I'm going to turn it back over to Leslie to close this one out. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Kelsey. That was awesome. We have some time. If there are any questions, does anyone have any questions that they want to pose to our esteemed speakers? This is a challenge.
While we wait for maybe 1 or 2 to roll in, I saw one earlier that I don't know if anybody had a chance to check it out. The question was, what if people are just dead set on Windows 10 and they're stubborn as heck and they just don't want to jump into Windows 11? There's extended, what is it? Sorry, ESU, so extended security updates. Okay, they can opt for that per device. Okay, and what this boils down to, they can go up to 3 years beyond October 2025 if they want to keep using Windows 10, give them more of a buffer, in purchasing time or budgeting or whatever. The cost breakdown is this: $61 US per device for the first year, and then it doubles every year after that up to 3 years. So if you're looking at 3 years, right, you do 61 times 3, up to close to $300 US per device. It starts to balloon a little bit, and then you kind of start to see maybe the cost gives you more long-term benefits if you convert that cost towards new devices, right? We're not saying don't do it. We're saying last resort.
Thanks for swinging it back that way, Justin. Yeah, because I did follow back up to Anna to say, if they're going to put that cost in, they might as well consider it on putting into net new tech, simply because of what you said in your presentation, which was the average life of a machine is about 5 years to begin with, right? Because beyond that, it's very hard to find components for replacing as things start to break. So again, you're going to spend the cost on up to $300 for additional support and possibly on components. So you might as well consider rolling that in and having that budgetary conversation and putting that into the new tech now. So
couldn't have said it better myself.
Likewise,
Yeah.
I like to piggyback. So there you
Great
go.
answers. Yeah, great answers. I'm sure there are some folks at that are a bit stubborn. We don't have any questions. Any addition? It does happen.
I didn't see any other questions come in.
I did
but
not.
I'll kind of touch back on that just for fun. The latest tech is always, the best. You want to kind of have that at your disposal as soon as possible. And going back to what I was talking about, have those conversations now rather than later. Because if you wait till August, September, we don't know what the supply chain is going to look like. So, that's my call to action.
Yeah, that's an excellent point as well, too. And while we're not directly affected because nothing that we're doing is coming straight out of the US in terms of tariffs, so again, that's a great Canadian statement, we don't know what's going to come down the pike later. So as a fun statement, I think I can share with you guys that we are looking at alternative places to start doing some development. We do have lots of research and development plants across the world. Hungary is an example, looking at maybe opening in Vietnam, other places to try and help mitigate this. But to Justin's point, you don't want to go back to the days of the supply shortages that we had during COVID. So again, another reason to get those conversations out now, and using the materials that Kelsey was able to provide you in the marketing builder should be a really quick way to be able to get that messaging out. So I'm not actually sure if that answered Mr. Victory's question about having the deliverables very quickly from Davik Ventures. If not, please feel free to reach out and leave a contact information, and we can get your CAM to connect you with Kelsey for a further walkthrough of Marketing Builder. Another question seems to have come in just a second ago. Is voice recognition improved in Windows 11? Justin, over to you.
I can tell you, yes. Back in Windows 10, when we had Cortana and we had all those built-in tools, Windows 10 was really kind of the first, well, not exactly the first iteration of voice input in Windows. It's been around for a long time, but Windows 10 really started to modernize it. Windows 11 is building just right on it because it was Windows 11 kind of built. Let me put it this way. A few years ago, I lied to everybody. And I said, Windows 10 is going to be the last version of Windows. Okay, I said it ad nauseum. And here we are with Windows 11. We didn't know there was going to be a global pandemic that's going to shift a lot of people to in-home work. So a lot of things had to change on the security front. And in features and benefits, we wanted to give people more access to inclusivity tools, right? So yes, I can tell you, voice recognition in Windows 11 has improved, especially on Copilot plus PC devices. With the NPU handling a lot of that back and forth in live translation as well, it needs those high density microphones to actually pick up the language. So,
and utilizing features utilizing features like Aura, you'll have the ability to set your preferences as well too. So I'm going to further double down on your messaging there, Justin.
Exactly. I just hope the accent isn't too thick.
No, not at
Windows, all. It can do pretty well, but
nice.
We'll see what people throw at it.
Okay, thank you, team. Sorry, and I want to say, big thank you to all of our presenters, to Lenovo and Microsoft, and to everyone in the audience for joining us today. We appreciate your time. Watch out for an email you'll see with a survey. If you complete the survey, you have a chance to win a very cool Lenovo VoIP noise canceling headset. And check out the resources box that you guys can see. There's a lot of links available there. You'll see a link to this webcast, contact information for the folks, the presenters on the in the presentation, and also a very cool SMB digital assessment tool that is available at lenovo.com that I think you will find very useful. And finally, please think about joining us next week on the 25th, where we are going with One Future Unleashed, Lenovo ISG. Thank you, everyone.